streaming. Let's go live. Right, hey guys, I'm Gareth from Fueled by Success. Today I'm joined by a partner of my mastermind group. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, Kev here from LifeSuccessEngineer.com.
Okay, we're basically away on a mastermind lodge retreat. It's the first one I think we've both ever been away on.
First time.
Yeah, there's a bit of a getaway from the businesses, a time out from everything basically. It's downtime. See what we can really look into masterminding from both our personal lives and from a business point of view as well. There is two boys missing from us from the Success Creation team. They're hard at work downstairs in the lodge creating content for their site and so on and so forth as well. But to kick things off, the whole reason we're here for was to inspire and look forward to progressing our businesses. So what was your expectations, Kev, before coming on this mastermind trip? What did you want to get out of this?
Yeah, I mean, for me, going literally this time last year, this is what I put on my goals. I would like to go on a mastermind retreat,
right? Just
with the boys, just to experience going on a retreat. And my sort of thought would be like, because we've all got different businesses,
yeah,
and we've all got different visions and goals, and we've all got different challenges.
Yeah, of course.
And it's great to spend some time with each other to hear about your progress, to hear about your, because we all want similar things, but we all want different things at the same time.
Of course, yeah.
And we're all working. We're just trying to figure it out ourselves as well. So for me, I thought it was a great opportunity for us to be in this type of environment. How can you not be inspired? Like,
yeah, well, this
to
is
be
it.
in a lodge like this, it's incredible, and be with you guys that are also, wanting to take action and build your businesses and improve your, not just from a business but also personal life. So for me, I was just thinking, wow, this is going to be special. Just to take some time away from the business, although it is, it's a bit tough to leave the family. Absolutely, it is a bit tough to leave the children and that, but it's great just to unplug from the day to day, and it's great just to then think about like what you want to do for the next year, and great.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that similar for you?
Yeah, I think it is. I think I've said quite a few times in my previous mastermind, videos and things like that when I've talked about it. I think for me, getting away with like-minded people and having that opportunity to have that inspiration of other people around you who are wanting to push and progress, and better themselves in personal as well as from a business point of view. I think that can only be a good thing to have those people surrounded by you. The other great thing, and I think you've touched on it already, was it's that time out for me to be able to look from an outside point of view, looking back at the business. I felt I needed that step away from the business to be able to really focus on it, because you get sometimes bogged down with the normal day-to-day routine of what we're all doing in our personal as well as business lives. So I think for me, it's that time to take a step back and look to see where I could take action and optimize different areas of my business, and personal life as well.
Yeah, that's exactly it, though, isn't it? I mean, this is I absolutely. When I first put down last year, I would like to go on a mastermind retreat. For me, it was just the exactly what you've just said. The whole idea of just looking back into your life from an outside point of view, because we can get a bit caught up from time to time. That's reality of life, isn't it? You're always getting distracted, and you're always getting, things are coming up, and things are sometimes more challenging than we think. So, for me, it was really a great opportunity to think back of the year, think back of 2017, and think, what went well, what didn't go well, where I would like to, what progress have I made, looking back on my goals, but then also plan for the next year and think, after this, I love Christmas time anyway, so after this, really looking forward to Christmas, having some downtime with the family and enjoying the festive period, and then setting some goals for 2018 just to make another progress leap.
Yeah.
You know, and a mastermind retreat like this is fantastic. I mean, yesterday we went quad biking, which was incredibly fun. A bit muddy and wet, but absolutely loved it. And then just to be round the table, just eating around the table and having breakfast with you guys, just
make
great,
a difference, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it. I mean, you touched on the quad biking. I really enjoyed that yesterday as well. That's like a bit of a, for me, that was kind of like a bit of a team building session between our own mastermind group, though. You know, hopefully going to be getting up to something this afternoon as well. Potentially going for massages later, everyone. So we'll see how that goes down. Using the facilities to their best possible ways. But for me, I mean, I felt really good about. I don't know about yourself, and you know, yesterday was a good day. I felt like we got a bit done yesterday, but I feel today we've all really taken some action today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's today's been a really good day for me in terms of you know, nestling down. I know we've all been in our different areas, sort of like getting on with work as it should be. But I think you know, looking into, I've got some course creation done as well. I think you've been busy making some bits and bobs for your side of things.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it. That's the great thing about like doing something like this. It's great. I highly recommend anybody to get themselves into a mastermind or just find a community of people that are all, you know, got the same sort of vision, whatever that vision is for you guys. Like, you know, if it's building a business, then fantastic, because you just grow together, don't you? You've got different perspectives to, you know, the same sort of outcome. Ultimately, you know, the idea of a mastermind is to share challenges, share goals, because, you know, how you do something may be better than how I do it. So, like, I want to learn from you. I mean, the two lads downstairs, Isaac and Brandon, they've got some great habits, just like we were just saying earlier about drinking water. Yeah, we've got a coffee on us, and they're drinking water. So they're doing things that's then rubbing off on us.
Yes,
you know, and just getting up, you know, doing our own thing, and you get to learn how other people live, and then you can just cherry pick the things that you want to try in your life. Now, water is one of the things that I'm trying to improve, but especially being around those two boys, they'll...
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, for me personally, like, being on this mastermind retreat, there's been quite a few things that have changed for me. Like, I'm notoriously a night owl. So for me, you know, the thought of going to bed early and getting up at sort of 6 a.m. is completely opposite to the way that I would normally work, if that makes sense. So for me I've made the decision to try and adapt and look at see if I could get into that way of doing things, because I've never really tried doing it that way around, if that makes sense. And you know, getting up at 6, you love your jogs, so that's something that's, I think, rubbed off on the whole mastermind group as well. We thought, you know, we'll all try and take that on board and see if we can do that as well. And you know, so this is from a personal point of view as well, that fitness. And you've just talked about the boys success creation team. They're into their water and things like that, healthy habits to have, and that is rubbing off on us both now. You know, we've all gone for the runs, we're all drinking the water now. You know, it can only be good.
Yeah, well, because the thing that's great about a mastermind retreat, just going away to a location, don't really, you know, whether that's a lodge, whether it's a hotel, whether it's just you know, wherever you possibly can, round at your mate's house or something. I think if you meet somebody for a coffee or something, it's great masterminding at a coffee shop. But when you with each other all day and all night, you're waking up in the morning, and do you know what I mean? You go out for a jog, or you sit around the table having dinner or something. It becomes more of an intense experience, which makes you remember it, and it gets, you know, it's a great experience. It's a memory for you. So when you get back, it's like, it just boosts that motivation. You're like, that was awesome. Like, now it's time to work. Do you know what I mean? So there's many benefits to something like this, and it's I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and we've still got a day and a half for that.
I know. This is it. It's we thought we'd put a little live video out there just to let people know how we've been doing. I mean, we've had a couple of videos out, I think, both ourselves, so while we've been here, and I've been doing one based on just showing people what we're up to on this live sort of mastermind retreat. But what is something that you're looking to take from here back to your business going forward then? I mean, we've talked a lot about 2018 on our mastermind side of things. Is there anything particularly that you're thinking that you're looking to move down the line for 2018 with yourself or the brand?
Yeah, I mean, from a personal point of view, I love my personal development anyway. I always try to improve any area in my life, not just any particular area. But so from a health and fitness point of view, definitely want to take on the habit of drinking a bit more water as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
From a business point of view, it's been great. It's great just to reflect on what you've achieved.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the traps that everybody can fall into, and I have this in my own life as well. Like you can sort of fall in the trap of it's not good enough yet, or do you know what I mean? We're a bit behind there, or I'm lacking there. I want to achieve this. It's great for me I've spent some time like earlier on just really thinking about like how far we have come.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like how much action we have taken, how much success we have done, and definitely makes me think towards the team, back at home, the warehouse and things. And it's just going forward. It's just a case of that next step, just pushing yourself a little bit more and getting those stretch goals out there. Because I think a lot of us, we have so much potential.
Yeah.
We maybe don't give ourselves that credit, and we don't push ourselves hard enough.
Yeah.
It's I think Tony Robbins said something like, people overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can do in 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of those. So now, because we're out here, it's amazing on how like you just think, well, maybe I should push my goals a little bit higher for next year. Why not stretch them up a little bit more? Like, instead of creating another business income stream, can I build two business income? Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So that's what it is for me. How about yourself?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, one thing I've looked at whilst being on the mastermind and has made me look at, because with having both yourself here and also the Success Creation Team boys, that's it's quite inspiring to see where and what avenues you've gone off down, if that makes sense. So it's been good to have listened to some of the conversations about what you're doing now already. So for me, I found that I need to take action is what I'm going to be doing. And funnily enough, I've made a video on that as well today, which will be published at some point in the future. But it's all about me taking action. I found that it can be little things like we've already spoke about from a personal point of view, the water or the running, jogging, that type of thing. But I think from a business point of view as well, I've been sat on things that maybe I need to just get back into doing, like even silly things like the just making content for YouTube, and things like that. It's something I need to really start to look into, and coming away has made me realise that more, because you've had that chance to have a bit of a step back and see, how everybody's doing and where they're going.
Well, yeah, I think what you just said there about it is great to stop and just reflect a little bit, because I know I am notorious just for, I probably don't review myself or as much as I should, like just reflecting back and on your progress and your goals and adjusting. Yeah. Maybe I don't do it as much as, and this is one of the reasons why my coach, my personal, Tony Robbins coach, that's one of the things that we're always doing, reviewing.
Yeah.
Because if I don't put myself in a position like this where I just get out, I'm just like work, you know what I mean? So
well, same, yeah.
This is why it's a great opportunity. That's why I love this. It's fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you've touched there on a bit off track, but like you see, these are the little bits. Even when we're live now, and you said something, and that's just intrigued me a little bit more. And that's what the great thing about these masterminds are. You've talked in the past about having a coach and things like that, and you just brought up then that he has a coach through Tony Robbins, coach. So how have you found that? Has that been a benefit for you, and would you recommend that to other people in terms of having a coach? I mean,
I would 100% recommend a coach. For a number of reasons, really. I've got a Tony Robbins results focused coach, and I think to be honest, the results focused coach was more of a probably a bit more of a marketing type
Right.
phrase. But that's not to say, they look at what you want. So basically, the obvious question for anybody is, well, what do you want?
Yeah.
So what is it that you would like to do in your life? And that is the most basic question that I guess a lot of people maybe don't know. And like, same for me. It's quite, when somebody says, what is it that you want? You're always, I know for me, when I first started asking myself, well, what is it that I actually want? You start thinking of like, I don't know, making it more complicated than it has to be.
Yeah.
So one of the things my coach did right at the beginning was just strip it right back. Like, what is it that you want? Don't think about, oh, you want to have all these different businesses and travel the world and see 10 different countries every year.
Right.
Just strip it right back, and what is it that you actually want? And then I was like, well, I'd like, just to be around my family, just have a bit more time.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, so how are you going to achieve that? And it's like, well, we brainstormed, it's like online business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, well, how can you create an online Amazon, and how can you build more Amazon systems and outsource yourself? Do you know what I mean? So you bring people into your team, and that's what the coaches are good for you, because they don't know you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? My coach is from the US, and she doesn't know you. She doesn't know.
So she's got no bias.
She's got no bias.
Yeah, okay.
She's literally listening to you and going, "What do you want, Gareth?"
Yeah.
And then you say, "I really want this," and then there's no sort of hidden sort of thing. It's just like, well, this is how you do it then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's great to have a coach. There's different types of coaches. Obviously, there's more. You can have more of a consultant type coach where it's like, you want to start this business, and there you go, A, B, C, do this, do this, do this. The life coach that I've got is great just to talk about like your goals and what's holding you back, and really good at identifying what may be holding you back. So certain things that you could say, like the language that you use.
Yeah.
They're good at identifying that you may have a limiting belief somewhere.
Yeah. Right.
So like, let's say for example, I say to you, what would you like to do next year? And you, let's say. That's maybe a bad example. Let's say you said to me, I want to achieve this in the next month.
Right.
And you haven't achieved it, and you're in a cycle of saying, well, I didn't have enough time.
Yes.
I ain't got enough time for that. I ain't got enough time for that. And they're very good at like, you've said this to me 6 weeks ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what's the
Holding
problem
you
there?
accountable then.
Holding you accountable. So, great. I'd highly recommend anybody getting a coach.
That's brilliant then, yeah. But I'm going to flip that on you now. I'm doing a bit of an interview on our live mastermind while I've got you here.
Ambush me.
Grilling him. We're going to get out of him, guys. But I'm thinking like, I want to flip it on its head a little bit now then, because although you've got your coach, you are a coach, aren't you?
Yeah.
Through your Life Success Engineer, obviously you've got the YouTube and everything, but then you've got the online Arbitrage Mastery and everything out there as well. How do you find that? That must be a great feeling, talking to people as a coach, helping with the
absolutely. I practice. I do believe in coaches, so I've got a coach myself.
Yeah,
and for anybody. Because I've coached a number of people now, and it's great to. I don't think there's anything better than actually like speaking to somebody about what they want to achieve in their life, and then giving them guidance or giving them like a changing idea or strategy, or just giving them like that confidence. Confidence is a big thing. Like, it's a big thing for all of us. We don't know, are we doing the right thing? And it's great just to have that another person that you're talking to and say, yeah, that's that is a great idea. Do that. So, there's nothing great for me now when I get a message off anybody that I've coached and they've said, thanks very much for that. I really really appreciate that. Or they've sent me a message after a session going, that was a great session.
Yeah,
because that's what it's all about. That's how I feel when I get coached.
Yeah,
and it's great for me to be able to coach others like that as well.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. That's it, and it's for me that rubs off in this environment as well, though, because you've had those experiences, with your own coach and also with coaching others. I've found that when you've come into this mastermind group with us, obviously that we all have together, that knowledge and those things that you've come across, help us all out within the group as well. And we all add into that, of course. But I think that's that. It's just when you touched on the coaching side of things, I thought that was quite a good thing for everybody to know out there.
There's only one rule with coaching. You can't coach your friends, and you can't coach your relatives and your family. Because they'll be like, "What you get away from me?" Like what are you trying to tell me that for? Like, so that's the only rule. You can't. No. I couldn't coach you, and I couldn't. You got to coach somebody that you don't know. That you've got no bias of.
Exactly.
And then you've got no history of them really. In terms of like you in a sort of a friendship or anything. It's you're telling me you want to do this, but your actions sort of not suggesting that you want to do this, and then you get into the root cause of what's maybe holding you back.
You
know what I mean. So
definitely.
Don't try to coach. Don't try to coach your friends.
No, let's not do that. But it's. I mean, moving back onto the mastermind side of things, I think this for me has been brilliant. I mean, we've had some brilliant surroundings around us and everything else as well. I think for 2018, but even for December, I think I'm going back to work. For Thursday, let's say now, realistically, that's going to be. There's quite a few things that I'm going to change and look at from being away with these guys. And like Kev's already said it already, and I'm going to echo it. I can't recommend enough. Coming away, or even just taking that first step to get yourself into a mastermind group. That could be with friends that that are like-minded people that want to aspire, and make themselves in their personal lives as well as the business side of things better. But just take that step. That's reach out to some of them out there as well. I think at some point in the future, when the other guys are on a live video with us back into like a live mastermind together. I know you've started an event up that we essentially...
There's just a landing page, lifesuccessengineer.com/events. That was really set up for potential, maybe, we love to do workshops and stuff like just this mastermind, this whole idea. So it was an idea for anybody out there that's potentially ever wanting to personally come to a workshop or a mastermind, then they can express their interest there really, and then because that would be amazing too. Because the more people you interact with, the more you all grow, and
definitely we could take something from each other. That's the benefit of having it. I think we'll wrap it up there. It's not too much of a long one on this particular session. We just wanted to give you a bit of an update to why we're here, what we're doing. So hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to check out Kev on Life Success Engineer, and also don't forget to check out Isaac and Brandon on the Success Creation team. From us guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
Take care.
And we are going off.